Alright class, in this session we are going to start the new exercise 11.4 which includes geometric progression. Now when we had discussed about arithmetic progression, we focused on the difference, right? We conclude that for arithmetic progression, difference must be constant. And we have attempted several questions from the book and the different working formulas to find out the sum of the terms and any specific term. For geometric progression, similar to arithmetic progression, we are going to focus on the ratio one, and similarly the ratio must be constant. Alright, what do you mean by ratio? Let's suppose that we have a sequence 2, 4, 8, 16. That sequence is from the geometric progression. Why? When you divide the second term by the first term, or the third term by the second term, or the fourth term by the third term, when you divide for all those cases, you will get the answer 2. That means the ratio is constant, right? So when you have a constant ratio, that means the question is belong from geometric progression. Alright, similar to arithmetic progression, we had discussed different working formulas. Likewise, in geometric progression, the first working formula to find out the nth term is ARn minus 1. AR to the power n minus 1, it's the working formula to find out the specific term in geometric progression, right? And this working formula in arithmetic was a plus n minus 1 times d. So that was for arithmetic progression and that is for geometric progression, right? Similarly, for arithmetic progression, when we need to find out the sum, we have attempted working formula n upon 2 a plus l, and the last term is known, or there is one more working formula n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1b. So these two working formulas we had discussed to find out the sum of the terms in arithmetic progression. Similarly, in geometric progression, for sum we have these two working formulas. Alright, now there is no restriction that you are going to use any specific one. You can do any specific working formula, but the recommended method is when you have r lesser than 1, right? When you have r lesser than 1, so you need to attempt this working formula. Alright, this one when you have r lesser than 1, and this one when you have r greater than 1 minus 1, and r is lesser than minus 1. Alright, it is already mentioned here. Use the second formula when r is greater than 1, this one, and when r is lesser than 1, minus 1, this one. So these are the basic working formulas, and I had compared the arithmetic working formulas with geometric one. So firstly, you need to note down all the necessary information on your screen, and for this part you have a time of 3 minutes for start. Alright, once you had attempted all the note down all the things on your screen, you need to start the exercise question. It's 11.4, and question number 1. Make sure that you have the working formulas in front of you. Identify whether the following sequences are geometric. If they are geometric, write down the common ratio and the 8th term. So firstly, we need to highlight that the sequence is geometric or not. So I will begin my question with part B here. Part B, it's minus 1, 4, minus 16 and 64. To find out the value of ratio, common ratio defined by r, we need to divide the second term by first term, or third term by second term, or fourth term by third term. So the first value, it will be negative 4, the second one it will be negative 4, and the third one it will be negative 4 as well. So we have the value of r which is equals to negative 4. Alright, once we had the value of r, the question says find out the 8th term. Firstly, I am going to write down the working formula. So Tn is equals to ARn minus 1. you need to write down the working formula as many times as you are going to attempt the question, right? Write down the formula in every question you are going to attempt. So with this technique, you can learn the working formula very easily. Now we are looking for 8th term. That means the value of n we have it's 8. The value of a is given in the question, it's -1, this one, and the value of r we have it's -4. Substitute all those values in this equation and find out the value for 8th term, and you have a time of 2 minutes for this part. So start. Alright, so now it will be T8 is equals to a is -1, r is -4, and n -1. N is what? 8. So 8 minus 1. So it will be -1 -4. 8 minus 1 leads to the power 7. So we can find out the value of 4 to the power 7. It's 16384. So T8 is equals to -16384. Alright, and minus minus leads to plus. So that is your part B answer. Alright, I hope that is clear to you. And geometric progression is similar as compared to arithmetic progression. After part B, we need to attempt part D here. For part D, it's 2/11, 3/11, 5/11, and 8/11, and it goes on. So again, you need to do the same things, that find out the ratio here and then find out the 8th one. Alright, so give it a try, and for that part you have a time of 3 minutes. With the same approach like we have opted in part B, you need to attempt part D here. So start. Alright class, firstly we need to talk about ratio here. So when you divide the second term by first term, so you will get 3 divided by 2. Alright, and when you divide the third term, that is 5/11 divided by 3/11, you will get 5/3. To make sure that they are equal, I need to find out the decimal value. So 3 divided by 2, it's 1.5, and 5 divided by 3, it's 1.67. So the ratio is not equal, right? Ratio is not equal. So we can conclude that series is not geometric. Why series is not geometric? Because ratio is not equal, and for geometric progression ratio must be equal. That is the condition for a geometric progression. Alright, after that, moving on towards the next question. It's question number 3. Question says the third term of a geometric progression is 108. What is given? It's T3 is equals to 108, and the sixth term is -32. The sixth term is -32. Find the common ratio and the first term. Common ratio means we need to find out R here, and first term means that we need to find A here. Now before this question, let me tell you a general form of AP and GP. What we had discussed in AP, that if the first term is A, the next term it will be A plus D. Alright, after that it will be A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and it goes on. That is the general form of arithmetic progression. If you are talking about GP, the first term still it's A, the second term it's AR, the third term is AR square, the fourth term is AR cube, and it goes on. Because in geometric progression we totally focus on the ratio part. Alright, now in my question it says the third term. So what is the third term we have? Third term is AR square, or you can verify it as well. The working formula we have, it's Tn is equals to ARn minus 1. That is the working formula for geometric progression. The value of n we have, it's 3 because we are looking for third term. So that will be a r, and 3 minus 1 it's 2. So that's how you're getting a r square. Alright. It says the third term it's 108. That means you can write a r square equals to 108. The sixth term, that means a r. 6 means that here it will be 5 because in working formula we have n minus 1. Right. That is why 6 minus 1 leads to 5 is equals to minus 32. So you got two equations. That is your first equation and that is your second equation. In geometric we always focus on the ratio part, so what I can do, I can write a statement here that equation 2 divided by equation 1. Equation 2 we have, it's a r 5 is equals to minus 32. Equation 1 we have, it's a r square is equals to 108. Alright, that is my two equations. I can solve them, so I am going to divide them. Right. So the benefit of to divide these two, that a and a cancels. R will be 5 minus 2, it will be 3 is equals to minus 32 divided by 108. You can simplify it easily. So 32 divided by 108, and then we need to apply the cube root. So that will be equals to 2 divided by 3. The value of r is equals to 2 divided by 3 with the negative sign. Alright, so that is your answer for r. I hope that all of you are getting the concept. We need to divide the equation. When we divide them, a and a cancel. 2, when you shift in the numerator, it will be 5 minus 2 leads to 3. And this, firstly you need to divide it, and then you need to apply cube root here. I have applied cube root on both sides to eliminate the powers 3, and the final answer for r is minus 2 upon 3. So when you got the value of r, you can find out the value of a simply how? We have third term is 108, that is given in the question, right? Third term is what? Third term is a r square equals to 108. You have the value of r now, right? So you can say that a times r is what? Minus 2 over 3 whole square equals to 108. A times 4 over 9 is equals to 108. Simplification is very simple, so that will be 108 times 9 and divided by 4, you will get 243. So a is equals to 243, and that is your answer. Alright, so before proceeding further, you need to write down the solution in your copy, and you have a time of 4 minutes to note down, so start. Alright class, moving on to the next one. It's question number 5. The second term of a geometric progression is 12. So you have the second term, t2 is equals to 12, right? And the fourth term is 27. So you have t4 is equals to 27. All the terms are positive. That means if you are getting the negative values, you need to reject it. Find the common ratio and the first term. Alright. For the second term, since I told you in the last part, for geometric progression we have the first term a, the second term ar, third term ar square, fourth term ar cube, and it goes on. Alright, that is my second term and that is my fourth term. Alright, so the second term is ar, so I can say that instead of t2 I can place ar is equals to 12. Instead of t4 I can say ar cube equals to 27. Again you got two equations, that is equation number 1 and we got equation number 2. Why don't you give it a try by yourself and simplify in the same manner that I had done the previous one. If you have a time of 3 minutes to give it a try and start. Alright, so I need to divide those two equations, so I can say that equation 2 divided by equation 1. So equation 2 is what? power 3 equals to 27. Equation 1 is what? AR equals to 12. We need to divide the equations. A and A cancel. So that will be R square equals to 27 divided by 12. And you can simplify. 3 9s are 27, 3 4s are 12. So R square equals to 9 divided by 4. We need to apply under root on both sides. So R is equals to 3 upon 2. We are going to select only the positive value because it is mentioned in the question. So the value of R we have is positive 3 upon 2. Alright. So the first part has been done. Find the common ratio. And then the first term. So we got from equation number 1, we got AR is equals to 12. And the value of R we have is 3 divided by 2 equals to 12. You can simplify here. So 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So 4 2s are 8. So the value of the first term is 8 and that is your answer. So if you got the concept, that is brilliant, and if you are having difficulty here, you need to write down the solution in your copy and you have a time of 1 minute. So start. Alright, moving on towards the next one. It's question number 7. It says the sum of the second and the third term in a progression is 30. The sum of second and third. We can say that we have T2 plus T3 is equals to 30. The second term is 9 less than the first term. So you have second term 9 less than the first term. That means it is T1 minus 9. Given that all the terms in the progression are positive, find the first term. Alright. Firstly, I will write down the terms in terms of A and R. Second term is what? Second term is AR plus third term is what? It's AR square equals to 30. Right? Similarly, I can do here. Second term is AR, first term is A minus 9. I can take common here. Common part is AR and it's 1 plus R equals to 30. And here I can do is AR minus A is equals to minus 9. Taking common A, R minus 1 equals to minus 9. Alright, we got two equations. That is your first equation and this is your second equation. We need to simplify these two equations with the same method. We need to divide it. Equation 2 divides equation 1. Equation 2 is what? It's A times R minus 1 equals to minus 9. Equation 1 is what? It's AR 1 plus R equals to 30. What we are doing? We are dividing them. Why we are dividing them? So the first variable can cancel easily. What is the leftover? It's R minus 1 divided by R into 1 plus R equals to 3 3s are 9, 3 10s are 30. So that means minus 3 divided by 30. Now we can do the cross multiplication. So now it will be 10 times of R minus 1 is equals to minus 3R into 1 plus R. You can multiply the brackets. That is 10R minus 10 is equals to minus 3R minus 3R square. I'm going to arrange my equation shifting all the right terms on my left side. So that will be 3R square plus 10R plus 3R minus 10 is equals to 0. Alright. Taking a simplify more, so that will be 3R square plus 13R minus 10 is equals to 0. Alright. So after that you need to start with the middle term, and I'm writing my equation here, that is 3R square minus plus 13R minus 10 equals to 0. So first you need to write down the solution in your copy and you need to start with the middle term. Alright, and for that part you have a time of 5 minutes. So start. Alright, the middle term will be 10 and 3, so it is 3r square plus. Alright, so I'm going to apply the quadratic formula here. That will be minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So minus 13 plus minus under root 169 minus minus plus 4 3s are 12, 10s are 120 divided by 6. So it will be 169 plus 120 and root of it gives you 17. So you will get minus 13 plus minus 17 divided by 6. Separate them. Minus 13 plus 17 divided by 6. I'm not going to attempt with negative part because it says it should be positive. So minus 13 plus 17 leads to 4 divided by 6 gives the value of 2 upon 3. So you got the value of r, that is 2 upon 3. Alright. So that is your first task. And after that you can easily find out the value of a by using r in any of your equation first and second. So I am going to attempt for the second one, which says a into r minus 1 equals to minus 9, right? So a into r is what? 2 over 3 minus 1 equals to minus 9. You can take LCM here, that is 3. So that is 2 minus 3 equals to minus 9. So a minus 1 upon 3 equals to minus 9. Minus and minus cancel. The value of a is 27, and that is your answer. So you can note down the solution in your copy, and you have a time of 1 minute to note it down in your notebook. So start. Alright, so I hope that all of you have done it, and as your homework, so you need to attempt question number 2 of the same exercise, and this is your question here. The first term in a GP is a and the common ratio is r. Write down expression in terms of a and r for the 19th term and the 20th term. So you need to write your answer in terms of a and r. A very easy question it is. I hope that all of you can do it easily. So that is quite enough for today's class. Inshallah in the next class we are going to continue.